and welcome back to my channel. It's Jessicafitbeauty. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel if you like it, and when you do, make sure that you click that little bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you're coming back, welcome back. Today I'm going to be trying out something a little bit different than I've done before. It is a foundation palette from Graftobian Cosmetics. I received it from Octoly. If you guys didn't see my last video where I did the Candy Lips lip pumping, I talked a little bit about Octoly and what it is. It is an influencer program where you can try out new products based on the coins that you have and give a review. I always give my honest review whether or not I like a product. So today, if you want to see what I think of this palette, go ahead and watch. So these first two colors are Cashmere Beige and Morning Glow, and that's what we're going to start off with. And what I do is I take my little depotter, which is great because you can depot with this as well, but this is what I use when I go in for it, and I use for clients as well. So when I'm using like a creamy foundation where I have many of them, I will go ahead and just, take a little bit out and use it on a palette and customize the blend. That is what's so nice about this. So I'm just going to take a little bit here, just a nice little amount, just about that much there, if you guys can see that. And what I do is I go ahead and I stick it right on top of a palette like this. Just place a little bit on there, and then I'm going to take the next color. Again, same thing, just a nice amount. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it on top of this palette. And I'm going to mix the two colors together with the flat end, if you guys can see that there. Once it's already mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and apply on my skin. I'm going to use a foundation brush for this. And I do already, of course, have primer on. So we're going to just go ahead and take a little bit in the brush, just like so, and we're going to apply it right directly on the skin. So what I like to do is I like to kind of spread it out first, and then I take my foundation brush and I just really work it in, kind of in some patting motions. You can do this however you want. I do find with this type of cream foundation, it works best with a brush. It looks the best, it looks smooth. So there it is. On this side of the face, we're going to kind of just do the first half of the face so you guys can see the difference. I will tell you though, if you have clients that do not like very thick foundations, this may feel a little oily or a little heavy for some clients. So you may not want to use it for them. However, for most clients, they'll be able to like it. It gives a nice coverage. It's great for weddings. And it's just great overall to customize. It's great for photo shoots. Now, just for a client that you're going to use this for every day, they may not like this palette. These foundations may be a little thick or heavy on them. What I'll do is once I apply it with the foundation brush, I will go ahead and take a wet beauty blender and I'll just kind of tap it in to make sure it really gets settled into the skin. I kind of blend it along the hairline and the neckline. And that is the easiest way I find that I get the best coverage out of this, and it just looks so smooth and flawless and kind of looks airbrushed by applying it like this. First with the brush, really letting it get all the way over the skin, and then taking a beauty blender and just really, lightly tapping it over top of it, making sure it really gets into those pores and areas that may need a little bit more coverage. So this is the half of the face with it on, as you guys can see. I think it is such a beautiful coverage. It truly is. I do feel like you definitely have to set this foundation. It does stay a little bit tacky. To me, it's a little bit more of a full coverage that just needs, a little something oomph to kind of set it on the end. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this lighter color right here. It is Sunrise Flush, which that so does not look like Sunrise Flush to me. I hope this is correct, but it's hard to tell because the way they have this is the top of it, but the colors are flipped. So that's what I'm guessing. I hope that's right. They do also come in their Airbrush Makeup too, which is great because they do have an airbrush kit, which I would love to review. I have an airbrush kit from another company and I'm ho-hum on it, but I've heard that the Graftobian one is absolutely incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit again with my spatula here, put a little bit on top of there, and then I'm just going to dip my concealer brush in it, and we are going to apply underneath the eyes in kind of a triangle, and same thing on the opposite side. And I'm also going to run it down my nose and a little bit on the forehead and on top of the Cupid's bow. Alright, now I'm going to take another concealer brush and I'm going to contour with it. I'm going to go in with this color right here. It is Auburn. I apply it where I would normally contour, which is right along the hollows of the cheeks. And then down the nose. Wasn't the straightest of lines, but we'll make it look good. And then I'm going to do the forehead as well. And now for this, I am going to go straight in with the Beauty Blender and I'm just going to blend everything in. And you can see how easily these two things blend together, and I love that. Obviously, this is all one palette, so everything works seamlessly together. It's nice, it's easy, and I love that there's so many color options in it, so you can use it on one client by just pulling a little bit out and customizing the color, customizing their contour color. And they do have 3 different palettes. So they have Cool, they have Warm, and they also have Neutral. Alright guys, so I finished up my face. As you can see, this is the finishing look. I still have to do my eyebrows and obviously my eye makeup and everything else, but I am super pleased with it. I did set my eye on top just a little bit because it was creasing. I will say that is definitely a downfall. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup and come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I finished up my makeup. This was my look. I decided to go for, you know, a totally casual, natural look. How do we always get here? Anyway, my final thoughts on the Graftobian palette is that it's amazing. I think it is definitely a great investment. If you are a makeup artist, this is perfect. Or if you just want one thing to go to for yourself, this is great. You can easily transition from, you know, your skin tone as you are more tan in the summer versus being more fair in the winter. It's super easy. You get a contour with it, highlight with it. It is a great palette. You can conceal with it. You can also color correct with it a little bit, but make sure that if you're buying it just for yourself that you know whether you are cool, warm, or neutral. And if you're buying this for your kit, I highly suggest getting all 3 palettes, save up, and purchase them. They are great. Again, also know what your client does like. You can thin it out a little bit by combining it with a liquid foundation as well. And that will help make it feel a little more airy. This does wear a more full coverage type style foundation, so if your client is not into that, you may not want to use it on them, but again, this is beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know down in the comment section if this is something you will be purchasing, if this was a helpful review, what else you want to see on my channel, and until next time, we'll be seeing you soon. Bye!